So the other day I found a place that sells Nashville hot chicken tacos, and I was like, that seems like something that's right up my alley. They come in orders of 2, and this came out to 24 bones. Let me plate these up and I'll show you what they look like. So we got a nice little spread here. I put 2 tacos to a plate, pretty good size. You can't really see the chicken real nice unless you flip it a little bit. And that just appears to be a tender, you know, hot chicken tender. I do detect some of that nice little hot oil that they put on there. It looks like we got a lot of slaw and some other stuff on there. Here's one of the pieces of the chicken I pulled out of there. Looking pretty good. I can't lie, I could have more of a dark red twinge to it. The color is looking more like a buffalo wing, but you know, you never really know. Either way, I feel like these will be pretty good. I'm just gonna go down the line and eat them one at a time. Going in. Damn, that's good. Cannot lie, that sauce. All right. Let me start with the chicken, actually. If you were going to Dave's or, you know, one of the classic OG places in Nashville or whatever, you might be a little bit let down by the chicken. It might not be the most authentic of Nashville hot chicken I've ever had in my life, but that's okay because it's damn good. The sauce on there is good. The slaw is working really well with it and wrapped up into a nice taco. I think it's a very good form factor. Really messy. This is really good, and here's why. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad at the fact that it doesn't really look like Nashville hot chicken. It doesn't really taste like Nashville hot chicken, at least some of the stuff I've had before, but it's still mighty fine. And that's rare. You know, usually if I'm expecting something, I get something else. I get heated. But I'm not disappointed at all, actually, which is that's incredible. The sauce on there, whatever they're using, some kind of chipotle mix, perhaps, really hitting the spot. And I'm liking these a lot. Mighty fine. Oh yeah. Love that little crunch. There's a good amount of meat. I think this is a good idea. No matter what, to put some kind of like chicken tenders into a taco, whether it's Nashville hot style or what, I don't know, more Mexican flavors. It doesn't matter. I think this is a great idea. A little bit of fusion. But I'm not hating them. Yeah, they came up with some good slaw. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you a story, actually, about Nashville. I went to Nashville when I was like 20, I believe. I was 20 years old. I was living in Carbondale, Illinois, very southern tip of southern Illinois, which is very close to just the boonies, the you know, the hills creatures. I say that? I don't know, but there's definitely some creatures down there. We bordered Kentucky, very close to Tennessee as well, very quick drive. So we would go down there occasionally. I remember going down to Nashville when I was 20. And this is how lame I was. I think my roommates at the time were both 21. The only memory I have of it was going to the Hard Rock Cafe, which, come on now, Hard Rock Cafe. We went there and I was sipping on a Sprite. I think they got drinks and I was underage, so I got a damn Sprite. just sipping away at that thing. It was extremely sad, and that's the whole story, which is a bogus story. But it goes full circle. Actually, it doesn't, but... So yeah, I didn't ever try the original Nashville hot chicken in Nashville, unfortunately. It was just me being lame. I used to be lame. And now, well, I guess I still am. But I'll tell you what, these days I wouldn't go to a Hard Rock Cafe, and if I did, I'd definitely be sipping on something other than a Sprite, alright? I think at the time what had happened was I had just got busted for underage drinking near our apartment, which is actually probably more of an interesting story. I was, let's see. Oh, I got a crazy Memphis story, but I don't think I'll get to that one in this video. But yeah, the reason maybe I was so hesitant to try to get a drink somewhere else or just chug some, I don't know, I was just scared because I just got busted for underage drinking at a bar. I had a beer. My friends came, like one of our friends, ABM, came down for the weekend. It's gonna be a great weekend. I was never a big drinker at all. But I was like, all right, well, let's do it. So for whatever reason, I'm at this bar first by myself. What we would do is the old classic trick where you would get a stamp when you get in. And so your friend who is 21, they go in, they get a stamp, they'll come back out, then they'll like lick it or get it wet and then press it to your hand or your wrist or whatever. And it kind of transfers a little bit. Not always the best, but you know, sometimes the bouncers aren't really paying that much attention. And so when I was 20, I would employ this tactic sometimes to get into bars. And so I was there at the bar and drinking. I was like alone for some reason. I don't know, I think my buddy, I went there early by myself. Why would I do that? Don't know, because they were like about to come out like 20 minutes later. And I was just drinking a beer. That was probably the thing. I probably shouldn't have been solo dolo, because I got singled out so quick. Just kind of wandering around, get tapped. No, I got a flashlight in my eyes, is what happens. Flashlight directly to the eyes, playing close cop. Says, let me see your ID. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm effed. Which I think is kind of bogus. Because if you can dupe the bouncers, just let us be, man. You know, no hate toward undercover cops. Like, I don't know, maybe he had to meet some kind of quota or something. I don't know. But let that one go, man. Come on, I didn't really go out to socialize that much. Like, the one time in a month or 2 months that I go out, I get hit. And that was just... So I make the walk, it kicks me out. He gives me a ticket, writes me a freaking damn ticket in the middle of this bar. And make the walk of shame home. While I'm walking home, it's a 5-10 minute walk. My other buddies, they're heading out and like, what happened? I'm like, yeah, I got freaking busted. So sat at home all night where all my friends, including the one who came all the way down from our hometown to hang out with us. They all went to a bar and had a great time. The same bar. And I was just sad all night, alone. And it turned into this whole fiasco. Not really, but it's crazy. I remember having to go to court on some bogus. I think I'd end up paying like $600 or something. And at the time, I know I referenced this way too much, but I was dead broke. And $600 completely bankrupted me. I couldn't afford it. I think I had to get a loan from my parents to pay it off, and then there's a whole freaking ordeal. showing up to court, surrounded by like actual, I don't know what they were there for. They looked not like me. I'll just tell you that much. I think that had happened like right before the Nashville trip or in close proximity or something. So I was like, yeah, F it. I'm just gonna drink this Sprite. Funny thing, I got carded last night in Korea. I never get carded in Korea. I can't remember the last time I did. I'm 34. I'm about to be 35 next month. So I don't know how to feel about that. It was at a restaurant. Korean barbecue spot. Which I think legitimately, that first time I've ever been carded at a Korean barbecue spot. That has never happened in my life. It's wild. I think I've only been carded, maybe twice. Because they don't really care that much over here, it seems like. This one looks good. The slaw with the oil and the sauce. Oh, by the way, yeah, these aren't really spicy. But it is what it is. Just tasty. One more thing about Tennessee, if I don't get to the Memphis thing. If you're looking for a pickup line, this used to be my go-to. This is my only pickup line I've ever used. I would say, hey, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. And I've used that quite a few times, dozens. And let me tell you what, 0% success rate. This is a sad episode. But yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, though. That's my philosophy. I thought it was good. Maybe it was the delivery. One left. Should I tell you about Memphis? I don't know if I want to. Well, I kind of have to now. Or should I keep it as one of those things that I just troll you forever about this Memphis story? And that's strange. That was the first bite where I got the authentic Nashville spice flavor on the last taco. Classic. But yeah, I would highly recommend whipping together something like this. It's a good alternative to, just eating it on a piece of white bread. Although that is classic, I like that a lot as well. But this is really fire, mighty fine. I'm really full. So, I think I'm gonna just get out of here. Should I tell about Memphis? Maybe another video. For now, I'm just getting out of here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!